Hello, it's Blue Orange 22. Today's video is going to be the first of a few videos about what I'm talking about. I'm going to split this up into multiple videos because it's a little bit complicated and a little bit too long for just one video. As you can see in the title, the new rule in London is that women do not go to jail for minor crimes. That may sound like it can't possibly be true, but it actually is. So I'm just going to go into a sort of brief intro into what this is kind of show you what's going on, and then in later videos I'm going to kind of go deeper into some of the statistics, some of the data, some of the arguments, and really kind of explain why this doesn't make a lot of sense, and it's actually it's being lied about. And it's something that is being defended and being proposed with false evidence. But that's a little bit too complicated for just this one video, so I'm just going to start with kind of explaining what's going on. I put two links down in the description below. The first two links in the description below are just articles covering what is happening. The first one you can see is from MSN. Hundreds of female criminals, including thieves and drug users, will be spared jail under a pilot scheme to tackle reoffending. Hundreds of women criminals are to be spared jail under a pilot scheme to tackle reoffending, as the title said. Shoplifters, drug users, thieves, and low-level offenders will be instead referred to specialist services to help with mental health problems and substance abuse. So, no punishments or no real consequences. Already that's a difference, because a male shoplifter, a male thief, would be punished, right? Just think about that sentence alone. Shoplifters, drug users, thieves, and low-level offenders will instead be referred to specialist services to help with mental health problems and substance abuse. If you're a thief, if you're a robber, if you steal something, if you're a shoplifter, why would you need a special service for mental health problems or substance abuse? You've stolen something, right? You're a thief. Why would you automatically have two different rules for men and women if they steal something? So already you can kind of see how crazy this is. A woman who steals something automatically doesn't go to jail just because she is a woman. And the article goes on to say more than that. Again, it's going to be something that takes a few videos to really cover. But just that by itself should kind of be like, wait a minute. Well, why? If you're a shoplifter or a thief, you steal something, okay, a low-level offender, instead of going to jail, you're referred to a specialist service for help with mental health problems and substance abuse. Why would you, let's just say the problem is mental health or substance abuse. Why would you only have a program for women, and why would it automatically help women just because they happen to be female? Like, what if they don't have a mental health problem or substance abuse? What if they just steal? Why would there be a special rule that's different for a woman who steals than a man who steals? And why wouldn't you have a program for a man who has a mental health problem or a substance abuse problem? You can already see how it really already makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Now, let's go to the government release. This is the second link in the description below. City Hall launches pilot to tackle reoffending rates. And you can see the Mayor's Office for Policing and Crime has launched an innovative pilot program which aims to reduce female reoffending rates through targeted intervention to help them onto a more positive path. The pilot will work with women who have committed lower-level, non-violent crimes to reduce the likelihood of reoffending after their sentence. This means instead of serving a custodial sentence, and a custodial sentence means going to jail or prison, being in custody, is what it means, women and girls will be referred to specialist support services in mental health and substance misuse. Again, the assumption that it's all about mental health or substance misuse. What if that's not what it is? What if it's not being done because of a mental health problem or a substance problem? What if it's just a person who happens to be a woman committing a crime, stealing something? Why would it now be automatically different than a man who steals something? You've now made two completely different rules for a man who steals something or for a woman who steals something. There's like no nuance there. There's no balance there. This also, if you read that article, it goes on to talk about what the justification is, and what the arguments are. Some of the things they say is that women are more likely to reoffend than men, meaning once they finish their sentences, once they get out, they're more likely to commit another crime. Well, first of all, that's not even true. And I'm going to explain that in another video. But secondly, let's just say someone was more likely to commit a crime when they get released. Why would that mean you punish them less? But again, I'm going to kind of get deeper into this topic in later videos. I did include in the description a write-up, my Reddit post. I am BlueOrange22 on Reddit. I sometimes write about the things I make videos about, and I've included a link in this description to my write-up where I do break down all the arguments in the articles, and I do kind of explain why some of the statistics don't really make much sense and why this whole thing doesn't make much sense. But for now, just look at that first argument, that line there: shoplifters, drug users, thieves, and low-level offenders will be referred to specialist services. Why? So a man who steals and a woman who steals get two different responses, two different treatments, just because of their gender. And they're trying to say it's because women have struggles with mental health and substance abuse. But first of all, so do male offenders. There are many men that have those problems as well. But secondly, that's not going to be an automatic thing. Just because someone steals or commits a low-level offense, they may not have a mental health problem. They may not have substance abuse. It might just be someone who wants to steal because they want to save money. But now if they're a woman, automatically, they don't go to jail for it. Have a read, read both of the articles, kind of see what the arguments are, and then read my Reddit post. And you can see how I respond to it. Again, this is going to be just part one. I'm going to follow up on this and kind of go into more detailed analysis of the arguments and my responses to it. But just by itself, the fact that now if a woman in London commits theft, automatically she doesn't go to jail. Just think about that.